Welcome to GOT. AI is no longer free. We're going to do a deep dive into all these different AIs and whether they are worth paying for the service. And we're talking about things like the Gemini AI by Google, ChatGPT, even Apple's failing AI. Let's get to it. Now, we're coming up on that 6-month or even 1-year mark where these AI assistants that came with our phones is no longer going to be free. In other words, when you buy a Pixel, the Pixel phones from last year came with 1 year of Google's advanced Gemini for free. Yes, there's Gemini on these phones that doesn't do as much, but there's also an advanced feature that you can purchase. It's $20 a month, and supposedly it'll do additional features, and we're going to put that to the test. And then there's also ChatGPT, which has been out there longer than everybody else, and it has very similar features, and it does limit your use per day. So there are so many things you could do, and then it locks you out for a certain period of time. So if you use any AI's assistance, but the frequency is very little, that would be the best way to go. And ChatGPT also has a subscription service, which is one I actually pay for. It's $20 a month. And then there's Apple. Well, they're supposed to be Apple AI on the iPhone 16s, and now they're pushing out to the 17s. So there's really not much to say about the Apple AI. So if you used any of these AI programs, they're simple things like you can go ahead and ask them any kind of research question, and they'll provide you with information and actually give you links to these things, which is something I utilize quite a bit when I do research on my videos and is very helpful. And then there's other tasks that it can help you with. For example, I use Excel spreadsheets a lot, and I run into issues every now and then. So I throw the question into one of these, and it will give me really good responses to resolve my issue. So it's very useful for me in that sense. So there's just a few basic ways that the AI can really help you and assist you in your daily life, or at least in my daily life, if you need it. Hey, I just want to quickly thank you for tuning into the channel. And if you would do me a favor, smash that like button down below. It really does help out the channel, and it helps me to prepare and bring you more content like this. Now, back to the video. Now we're going to go ahead and cover in detail some of the higher end features of these AI assistants and see how they match up and see if any of them are worth it. So there's basic things like just carrying on a conversation. You can start it up by pressing this button here with the wavy lines and just ask a question. So what is the weather today? And if I go play some disc golf, can I expect rain in Grants Pass, Oregon?
Today in Grants Pass, it's mostly sunny with a high of 77 degrees. You should be all set for disc golf. No rain expected.
How shall I dress for the weather?
With mostly sunny skies and temps in the high 70s, light breathable clothing is perfect. A hat and sunscreen might also be good to protect against the sun. Enjoy.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Have fun up.
Okay, now let's do a similar thing with Google's Gemini. So opening up Gemini here, it does have the same kind of lines here you can talk to. So let's do it. I'm looking to go play some disc golf in Grants Pass, Oregon. What's the weather like? Will it be good for playing disc golf?
Well, it looks like it's a mix of sun and clouds in Grants Pass today, with a high of 65 degrees. There's a slight breeze, but nothing too crazy. Should be pretty nice for disc golf. Are you planning to hit the course today?
Yes, I'm planning on hitting the course today. How shall I dress for this?
I'd recommend dressing in layers. A t-shirt with a light jacket or sweatshirt should be perfect. Maybe some comfortable pants or shorts, depending on your preference. And don't forget your hat and sunglasses.
So as you can see there, they are both very similar in their responses. It actually seems like Gemini is more conversational, but to be real, they both are very good at communicating and answering questions to keep the conversation going. Now, you can get really specific and get into deep discussions with them. A lot of times I talk about Bible topics, and it's really interesting, the responses I get. Now, let's go ahead and we're going to step outside, and I'm going to show you a couple other features that will blow your mind that you can do with both of these AI assistants, but one will definitely prove to come out on top. Let's go. So we got this plant out here. It's kind of sickly. It's got all these white spots. We're going to go ahead and see what Gemini can assist us with on this. So I'm going to open up Gemini. You can actually talk to Gemini, and while you talk to it, you can actually do a video recording. So that's what we're going to do. And I'm actually going to record the screen while I do it. So let's go. I've got this plant here, and it seems to be sickly. Can you tell me what these white spots are on these leaves and if this thing's diseased?
Okay, I see the plant. The white spots on the leaves could be powdery mildew, a common fungal disease. The plant also has some brown, dry leaves and stems, which could indicate stress or another issue. To figure out the best way to help your plant, could you tell me what kind of plant it is?
Well, I was hoping you could tell me what kind of plant it is. Let me back up a little bit.
Okay, thanks for the wider view. It's a bit hard to tell from here, but it looks like it could be a type of shrub, maybe a boxwood or a pittosporum. The white spots are still a concern, and it's possible the plant has a fungal disease. To help me identify it and figure out what's going on, could you show me a close-up of the leaves and stems, and maybe describe the texture of the white spots?
Okay, there's some close-ups, and the textures of the white spot, they feel dry, and the leaf seems to be compressed during that area. And you can see on this one, this leaf seems to be deteriorating from it.
Okay, those close-ups are helpful. It looks like it could be a type of pittosporum, and those white spots do look like powdery mildew. The dryness and the way the leaves are deteriorating also suggests that it could be getting worse. Since powdery mildew is a fungal disease, I'd recommend treating it with a fungicide to prevent it from spreading further. You can usually find suitable fungicides at garden centers or nurseries.
Now, along with that, when you exit the live interaction, it actually has everything printed out for you, so you can actually just use it as a reference later. Now we're going to use ChatGPT to try to do the same thing. It also has a live chat. Hello, I've got a plant here. I'm hoping you can see it from this photo and tell me what kind of plant that is.
See, it looks like a type of shrub with broad, glossy leaves. It might be a variety of, or a similar hedge plant. Are you noticing any flowers or berries on it?
Doesn't seem to get flowers or berries any time of the year. My concern are these leaves on this one right here. They seem spotted and starting to deteriorate. Do you see that? And what do you think the problem is?
It looks like it could be a fungal issue, maybe powdery mildew, or possibly a pest infestation. You might want to check the underside of the leaves for any signs of pests. Are the leaves sticky or have any webbing?
No, they're not sticky or have any webbing. They just have this, like you say, powdery looking mildew on them.
Got him. If it's powdery mildew, improving air circulation around the plant and reducing overhead watering can help. You could also try an organic fungicide. Have you burned it recently to thin it out?
Now you can see ChatGPT actually was more direct, and it seemed to like know right away what the plant was and tell me what to do to fix it. So I think it was a little more precise with ChatGPT. Now, with both these programs, you can actually upload an image and get it to tell you things about it that you want to know. And I have this really cute planter looking like cows that I'm going to go ahead and upload here. And you see here, I'll add it. And then I'm going to ask ChatGPT to give me all the instructions, dimensions, and everything to build this. Based on this image, can you give me plans on how to build one of these planters? I have old fencing material with posts and everything that I believe I can utilize to make this happen. Good. Now, I don't know if you have to give it precise everything, but so I gave it a pretty much a general idea of what I wanted. And look at this body, 20 to 30 inches long, 12 by 4, legs, 4 to 6 inches tall, head wide. Look at that. It gives me exact dimensions. Look at that. It's giving me fencing material that I can use, extra stuff. This is pretty interesting. Even tools needed, then step-by-step instructions on how to build them. I'm actually going to use these and see if I can't build one because I have additional wood from my old fencing to do that with. Now let's see what we get from Google's Gemini program. So I'm going to open up Gemini and I'm going to start a new chat. Actually, to be precise and fair, I'm going to actually copy this text and just put it right into the Gemini, and we'll ask it the exact same thing. Go to the gallery here, get that photo, and then put the exact same instructions in, and let's see what it does. And here we go. It's thinking, and it's still thinking. Here we go. Those cow planters are adorable. I think it's kind of cute how it kind of gives you an interaction, a personal response. Then see, while I can't give you precise step-by-step plans with the exact measurements without knowing the dimensions of your fencing, I can definitely provide you with a general approach and some key considerations. So here it tells you how to plan, design, cow's body. Look at that. No measurements, no real instructions, actually. Finishing, it probably gives you some ideas, it looks like, but not giving me anything precise on how to build them. So there's two different AIs giving you two different approaches. So just so y'all know, I did all this chat stuff with the Honor Magic V3. So no, Gemini is not for Android Pixel phones only. You can get it on any device. And something for you to really understand is you just buy or purchase one subscription and you can use it on all of your devices. So in other words, I have not paid for Gemini yet. I got it free with my Pixel phones, and I'm able to use it on all my other devices. Now, the ChatGPT, you pay for it once, and again, you can install the app on any devices and use it. And with that $20 a month subscription, I have not run into any limitations on it, which is great. Now, all that said, you can see they're both kind of on the same level playing field as far as use and subscriptions. But when it comes down to actual usefulness, you can see ChatGPT seems to be much more accurate and precise on everything. And I just think overall it's a whole lot more useful. So about 5 months ago, I paid for the subscription on ChatGPT, and I'm glad I did. It's very well with it, and I will continue to use it. When my Gemini subscription runs out, I have to think twice about continuing it because I can't justify paying $20 a month for an inferior AI. So now it's time for you to tell me, what do you think? Have you have any experiences with any of these AI? Have you chosen one over another? Are you prepared to pay for a subscription when that happens? Share your thoughts with all of us down in the comments. Believe it or not, your comments really do help to support the channel. Now, I know Pixel is coming out with their new phones shortly, and they're coming out with a new Pixel 10 Pro Fold. If you want to see how that might compare to these newer foldables, check out this video here. Until next time, never forget, God loves you.